Hi, I'm Tan, and I'm an ex-Wall Street investment banker and CFA charter holder. My company helps investors systematically grow their crypto portfolios in the native markets while protecting their principal. Spoiler alert, it's not on Coinbase.
So let me start by showing you some undeniable proof.
All right, so I'm going to show you some of my crypto wallets. Here's one with over 1.3 million. I'm going to refresh so you can see. Here's another one. So this one has around 600K. And here you can see I'm connected to my LinkedIn profile. Here's a couple others. This one has around 900K. I'll refresh. This one has around 1.1 million. And this is Decentralized Masters, my company's Instagram page.
All right, now that I have your attention and you know I'm not bullshitting you, let me expand. In my first crypto cycle in 2016, 2017, I made over $1 million and I lost it all. I gave back all my gains to the market. In my second crypto cycle in 2021, I turned $57,000 into more than 1.87 million, and that's 32x. And in this cycle, I'm managing well over 8 figures. Now, a bit more on who I am and why you should probably listen to me.
Hi, my name is Tan Guerra, and I'm an ex-Wall Street investment banker and CFA charter holder. Here's my story. Coming from a poor immigrant family, I was never handed anything for free. My household was dependent on me. I worked my ass off and managed to pass all 3 levels of the CFA program, the gold standard in the field of investment analysis, at age 23. I quickly worked my way up the corporate ladder and became a trusted financial advisor to big corporations. Meaning, I was taking rich people's money and multiplying it in the most efficient way possible. I got to see behind the scenes on how gigantic financial institutions deploy their investments for the greatest profitability possible. And I was getting paid very well to do so. Tired of making the rich richer, I quit my job and decided to help investors get the same results the banks and hedge funds get. Because now it's finally possible in 2025 by accessing the native crypto markets. And I myself make way more money helping my clients now. So it's a win-win. Now back to crypto. 2025 and the next 12 months especially are going to be explosive.
Last cycle was all retail money, but this time around, it's led by big financial institutions. How do I know that? To this day, my best friends and ex-colleagues still work at Wall Street. Their main focus right now, crypto, and they're telling me everything they're buying. And sorry, but none of what they're buying can be found on Coinbase, Robinhood, or Kraken. Now, I'll tell you exactly what they're buying in a second. Look, the bull run hasn't even really started yet, but let me show you first a few people we've helped. They're just like you. Here's Jeff, one of our members, who has 5x'd his portfolio thanks to our help. Take a look at what he has to say.
Do I recommend Decentralized Masters? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Absolutely. I've more than 5x'd my investment with them. So I can't recommend Decentralized Masters enough. It is amazing.
Here's another one of our members, David. After we helped him for just 2 weeks, he had already generated $27,000 in almost passive returns. Or take a look at Bill. He just sent us this email telling us what he achieved in 21 days. He made over $932,000 with our strategy. So it doesn't matter your age.
I decided to join up with Decentralized Masters because of an ad that I saw on Facebook.
I watched a video of Tan's and felt that it resonated with me.
Or your prior level of knowledge in crypto.
A big thank you to Decentralized Masters. You've been so patient with me and really allowed me to make massive gains during this bull run.
Look, I won't go through every result, otherwise we would be here for a couple hours.
Now, of course, as a smart investor, you understand that these results will vary depending on investment size, risk preference, and time horizon. There is no guarantee when it comes to investments. Any professional portfolio manager is required to tell you that. Run away if they don't. Keep in mind that I abide by the CFA Institute's Code of Ethics and Standards of Professional Conduct, and subsequently, so does my team.
Look, at Decentralized Masters, my company, what we do is very simple.
We help investors systematically grow their crypto portfolios through our native market access protocol. This is the exact protocol our members I've just shown you have followed. We will give you access to the native crypto markets. This will allow you to buy crypto before it gets listed on Main Street exchanges like Coinbase, Robinhood, or Kraken. Our team of 35 full-time analysts is constantly on the hunt for the best opportunities in the native markets. So I will pair you up one-to-one directly with one of my analysts. They will be one phone call away. That way, well, you will be able to copy-paste our team's most profitable assets. Now remember, we will also protect your principal. As Warren Buffett said, rule number 1 of investing, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Just getting access to native markets is not enough. Trust me, I learned from my own failure in the first crypto cycle, and I want our clients to avoid the same mistakes I made myself back then. That's where the 8 years of investment management working on large-scale portfolios comes in handy. Actually, the Native Markets Access Protocol is only really the last phase of our proprietary 3-step ABN system. The other 2 phases are equally as important. I'll expand on that later.
A little over 3 years ago, I co-founded Decentralized Masters. It has become the largest and most recognized crypto investment research companies in the world, serving thousands of investors. You may know of our firm because of the work we did over the last few years, helping over 3,000 investors multiply their capital with crypto. We warned investors it was time to buy back into crypto in July 2022, when everyone else was calling it dead after FTX's collapse. That recommendation went viral in the hedge fund industry. People were calling me crazy. Our members who followed that advice at 15K per Bitcoin, which was the exact bottom, by the way, they're now sitting on a 6x return, with Bitcoin hovering around the 100K mark by the time I'm recording this video. To my knowledge, no other firm in the world can match our record of correctly predicting crypto movements. Not only that, our particularity at Decentralized Masters is that we build very close relationships with our members. We currently have over 360 5-star reviews on the third-party website Trustpilot. These are all verified customers and a 4.9 average rating. So if there's one thing we excel at, it's one-to-one support. If you read the reviews carefully and match the names mentioned with the faces of our analysts on our website, it will become very clear to you that our first principle is customer obsession. A word of caution now.
You should avoid giving your hard-earned money, and more importantly, your trust, to anyone who doesn't have hands-on experience in managing large-scale investment portfolios. Now, why, as a CFA charter holder, am I so confident that a huge upside is possible in a very short period of time?
Number 1, we know what the institutions and Wall Street are buying on the native crypto markets. Most people don't even know that there are 2 crypto markets, and not knowing this is costing them millions. But you can bet that Wall Street knows. Let's take a look at WIF, that went viral just recently. It got listed on the native crypto market at $0.004 in December 2023 and went straight up to $4.6 in April 24. That's a 1,150x gain in just 4 months. Guess when Coinbase listed it? On November 14th, 2024, 8 months later. And at what price? At around $4, which is the local peak. From there, it went back down in a straight line to less than $1. So if you didn't buy WIF on the native crypto market, not only did you miss a 1,150x, but if you got in after the Coinbase listing, you actually lost money. Let's take another look at Sandbox. It got listed on the native crypto market at $0.66 in August 2020 and went straight to $7.46 in November 2021. That's a 113x gain. That's over $100,000 in gains for just $1,000 initial investment. Main Street exchanges like Coinbase listed Sandbox in May 2022, 6 months after the peak, completely missing out on this 100x. And worse, since then, Sandbox just keeps going down. Let's take a look at Radium. We're still in. It was just 74 cents back on the 14th of December 2023 when our team called it. Now it's worth $5.20. That's almost a 7x return. That means if you invested just $10,000 in this asset when we called this, you would have $70,000 now. This is another example of a native crypto asset. I'll give you 2 more from our research and connections. Ondo Finance. It was just 22 cents back on the 18th of January 2024 when our team called it. I mentioned it again during a live call with our members when it was breaking out back in November. My friends from Wall Street are all over it.
Ooh, you got it. Bingo. It's Ondo. Now, full disclosure, as I said, I own Ondo. Salim does too. And we bought in at $0.2, so 20 cents at launch. Ondo Finance has made waves by becoming a key player in BlackRock's tokenized treasury fund that they called BUIDL.
We bought before BlackRock announced their partnership with Ondo Finance.
So this is where we bought at 0.2. It went to a high of 1.5 around, just shy of 1.5. And now it's sitting at 0.67. Let me show you an interesting trend line. This is the downtrend. So what just happened? Broke the trend out.
Now it's worth $1.32. That's already 6x return, and we're expecting way more. Now a last one. Here's Sui. It got listed for $1.4 on the native crypto market in 2023, but it's still not listed on Main Street Market, Robinhood. Our analysts decided to get in when it was lower than its original listing price at 80 cents, explaining that it was now a good opportunity. It recently peaked at $5.3 when we took profit for a quick 6x return. Let's see what happens when Robinhood finally decides to list it. So it should be clear to you now, if you do not have access to native crypto markets, you simply cannot access the same level of returns that my friends at Wall Street, my members, or myself have access to. And if you want us to help you prepare for what's about to come, then submit your application and book a call with my team. Only 0.02% of the world population has access to native crypto markets, while over 200 million people gamble on Main Street exchanges like Coinbase and Robinhood. So just by accessing the right crypto market, you're literally ahead of 99% of crypto investors. You'll be able to get in for cheap, and as a result, you'll make a lot more money. Now, let's run some quick math of how much more money. Let's just take a very recent example that also went viral. Not all assets go down after a Main Street listing, otherwise their businesses would fail. However, the lion's share of the profit is definitely gone already. That's always the case. Let's look at Pepe. For Pepe, I will use the market cap for when it got listed on the native crypto markets versus on the Main Street exchanges, because the price of Pepe is so ridiculously small, in the pennies of pennies, that I can't even say the number. So it got listed on the native crypto market at 80 million market capitalization in March. It got listed on Coinbase on 13th of November of 2024 at a market cap of 6 billion. And it did go up to 12 billion, so a clean 2x return in just a few days. But if you had bought it on the native markets and sold at the same peak at 12 billion, you would have made a 150x return. So for $10,000 as an investment, the same asset would have turned into 1.5 million instead of just $20,000. So that's 75 times more on the same asset that you're leaving on the table. That is why the first thing we do is give you access to the native crypto markets. Then we help you make the most of that by having our research team find the most profitable assets early on and give you direct access to one-on-one help for implementation. Now, the second factor that we cover again and again with our members on our monthly live market updates, it's simply the timing. We're about to experience what will be the biggest crypto bull run yet. All stars are aligned, and here's why. You probably already know that crypto operates on 4-year cycle, and this is where we are right now. When you zoom out, you'll see that we've been following the same exact pattern every 4-year cycle. It's the same thing. And funnily enough, the 4-year cycle always lines up perfectly with the American presidential elections. The year that follows them, there has always been a massive crypto bull run. 2013, bull run. 2017, bull run. 2021, bull run. And now, 2025. We're going into another massive bull run. This is where we are right now. Every new bull run makes the previous bull run seem like it almost never happened because it's so small in comparison. The reason this pattern keeps repeating over and over again is because of the Bitcoin halving. The Bitcoin halving cuts the amount of new Bitcoin being created in half every 4 years, hence why the 4-year cycle. And less supply equals to more demand. What is most interesting is that timing the big up and down moves in crypto becomes much easier when you zoom out. They become somewhat predictable. From the 2013 peak to the 2017 peak, 1,477 days. From 2017 peak to 2021 peak, 1,407 days. From 2021 to 2025, there's still around 6 to 9 months to go for the market to peak by the time I'm recording this. If you're not already positioned with a crypto portfolio that contains young and profitable assets from the native crypto markets, you're running out of time. And you could miss out on what I think will be the biggest bull run yet. And again, here's why I think that. In the last bull cycle, the inflow was strictly from retail money. We call it the dumb money. But still, that represented $3 trillion from retail investors alone. But now, institutional and Wall Street money is here. That's what we call smart money. The leader of the most powerful country in the world is now pro-crypto. He even launched a coin that shot up to $15 billion of value in less than 48 hours, right before his inauguration, making him more money at 78 years of age than ever before in his career. And he was already a billionaire. But he's not buying only for himself. He wants to make America the world capital of crypto. He is so pro-crypto that he announced the formation of a national digital asset reserve, planning to buy an extra 1 million BTC over the next 5 years. To put that into perspective, that's $90 billion worth of BTC. It's not just the US government piling into crypto. It's also the world's biggest financial institutions and some of the wealthiest Americans. For example, JP Morgan creating their own crypto. Or I can also name BlackRock, Google, PayPal, Tesla, Mark Cuban, or even Warren Buffett, even though he was previously against crypto. It seems like the smartest investors all know where the real wealth lies. And all of these inflows into the market are driving this bull run even further. It's like a dam breaking and all the held up capital rushing in, driving up prices across the board. Now, the capital first flows into the obvious place like Bitcoin, and then it goes straight into the native crypto markets. That is why you need to be positioned before they get in. Prices will keep rising and eventually they will hit a peak. The earlier you get in, the more money you'll make. It's as simple as that.
Now, as I told you before, the Native Market Access Protocol is only the last step of our proprietary ABN system. Look, I know you're excited, and rightfully so. But remember when I told you that I've learned from my own mistakes? While the current news and environment for crypto look better than ever, a smart investor should always be able to thrive in any market conditions. And our community members and myself aspire to build wealth over the long term, not just this next year, especially when the entire monetary system is at risk due to the Fed's bad money printing habits. The US dollar is losing its value and status as the world's reserve currency. Its purchasing power eroded 96% since 1913. That led investors and institutions to lose trust in the current monetary system. And the solution we discovered to protect our wealth and hedge against the system is hidden in an uncovered strategy. We called it our proprietary ABN system. It's transforming ordinary investors into their own private banking institutions. But there's so much more to it than what I can reveal in this video. I'll give you a brief overview though. Phase A stands for the all-weather portfolio protocol, mathematically positioning your assets to withstand any market condition, protecting you from inflation, volatility, and economic uncertainties. While others panic during crashes, our members sleep soundly knowing their principal is protected, not only from losses, but also from hacks or government seizures. It's what we call financial sovereignty. One member told us, during the last market crash, when everyone was losing 20-30% of their portfolio, mine actually grew by 7%. And that's just scratching the surface of what the Phase A can do for you. Now, Phase B stands for Become the Bank Protocol. It allows our members to automatically generate passive income streams. It positions you on the same side of the equation as financial institutions, allowing you to collect transaction fees on your crypto 24/7. Phase A and Phase B combined make sure we protect our principal first and make money in any market condition before accessing the Phase N, the Native Market Access Protocol, that you know well by now, the most lucrative phase of our ABN system. Okay, I think you got the point. Now, the full details of how these three protocols work together in sync, that's something we only share with qualified members who understand the value of this information. We'll see if you qualify in just a minute. There's an entire ecosystem of wealth building strategies within each protocol that I simply can't cover here. Strategies that the financial elite have kept hidden from everyday Americans for decades. Let me be crystal clear. Decentralized Masters is not for everyone. In fact, we reject 98.3% of all applicants who want to join our mastermind. Now, when you book your interview, you're getting an exclusive, high-value consultation that will reveal how big institutions like BlackRock and JP Morgan are secretly preparing for the potential mega crypto bull run. How much your traditional bank and financial advisor have lost you this year. Why 99% of people use crypto the wrong way, and how you can profit massively from their ignorance. How our mastermind members are positioning themselves to take advantage of it at this exact moment, and how you could do it too. During this interview, our experts, who typically charge $500 for private consultations, will audit your current portfolio, tell you exactly how we would invest 10K, 50K, or even 200K right now. Show you how we make sure our principal is protected. Even if you're not accepted into Decentralized Masters, you'll walk away with a precise action plan for getting started in the native markets based on your specific situation. Here's the reality. We're assembling a private network of investors who are dead serious about building generational wealth. Not tire kickers, not complainers, not people looking for get-rich-quick schemes. Our current members include 9-figure entrepreneurs, 2 billionaires who founded 2 of the top 30 cryptos by market cap today, a 500 million crypto hedge fund manager, the founder of a $100 million DeFi protocol, executives from top Silicon Valley tech companies, and many more. In your upcoming interview, you'll discover the full ABN system, a revolutionary 3-phase wealth building framework that transforms ordinary investors into their own private banking institutions. This isn't just an investment opportunity. This is your chance to be part of the largest wealth transfer in modern history. So if you understand the opportunity and are tired of being rigged by the current system, here's your way out. Click the button below and fill out your application while there are still some spots left. This market is moving faster than anything I've seen. Friendly advice, don't miss out on it. The ones that miss this trend are going to regret it for the rest of their lives. By the time this story becomes front page news, it will already be too late. My only question is, how much did it already cost you to not have access to the native markets and work with crypto portfolio management experts? Click below to apply. Your future self will thank you. Submit your application and book a call with my team for your interview. During your interview, you'll discover the full 3-phase ABN system that has transformed ordinary investors into their own private banking institutions. So fill out your application now and mark your interview on your calendar. This is a critical window as we prepare to onboard our final group of members before the native markets experience their next major expansion phase. Remember, our acceptance rate is currently below 2%. Come prepared, be present, and we'll make sure this time is very well spent for you. See you on the other side.